Back to Johnny.
So much for that, Junfeng. Now let's get some analysis on China's fiscal picture and speak to Mr. Shen Jianguang, Chief Economist of Mizuho Securities Asia, who is standing by in Hong Kong. Thanks for joining us, Jianguang. Now, before we talk about how the budget will pan out, let me ask you about the transparency of China's budget, which is something that the Finance Minister Lou Jiwei had mentioned. Is that improving? Is it going to improve further? Your thoughts?
I think the concern is mainly about the slow economy, so that the revenue will not meet the budget. But I think also the government is cutting the government expenditure to boost social spending. I think so that is actually the good direction to go, and also fit into government new direction of transformation of the economy, providing more social service.
Okay, so in terms of transparency, in terms of where the numbers are going, do you think we'll actually see any movements?
Yeah, I think the main issue is about whether the growth can be reached, because the fiscal revenue is mostly in line with the GDP growth. So I think that's why the government still set a growth target of 7.5%. In order to help the labor market, is also improve the fiscal revenue, so that government have more revenue to spend to improve social spending.
Now, we know that local governments in China are still heavily reliant on land sales for fiscal revenues. How are we going to wean them off that?
That's right. I think that's actually rely on more comprehensive fiscal reform. For example, increasingly switch from land sale revenue to property tax revenue. So that's why the tax revenue reform will be a very important topic. So the government actually mentioned already to reform the VAT system, and also to introduce consumption tax. So the tax system reform, I think, will be a priority for this year. Will leave a more difficult tasks of central-local government fiscal relationship into probably next year.
Thanks so much, Mr. Shen, for those thoughts, and please stay with us for more issues.